Hello, in this movie we are going to look at HTML quotation and citation elements. My name is Mohindo Mbarak and I'm going to be your tutor. So HTML quotation and citation elements, what are they? In this chapter we will go through the block quote and then the Q tag and then the abbreviation tag, the address, the cite and BDO HTML elements. So let's go ahead and see how you can implement them in real world. So I'll go ahead and open my browser, my text editor, and we're going to open a new file. It's going to call it 9._HTML quotation elements. So here, so we're going to put our practice. We're going to practice from here. So I'll go ahead and write write the HTML tag. There we are, and then we can call this as title of HTML quotation elements. In other words, HTML elements that we use when you're writing quotations or when you're quoting some people. So for example, I'm going to write a simple p tag here that is going to quote someone. So like that. Here is a quote from WWFC's website. Okay, so that's a quote. It means that you're going to reference from this website. Okay, so to do that, what we do, we write a block quote like this. Open the tag and write block quote like that, block quote, and then you close it. Okay, so inside this block quote, it is where you're going to put the content that you're referencing to. Okay, so you have to put there. So in case you got maybe some information from a certain place or a certain person or a certain website and you want to place it into your website, you have to give the credit to the one who created the content. That's what you call referencing and citing. So use the block quote tag to do what? To reference in web development. Okay, so here you have to add an attribute that gives a link to a place where you cited this quote. Okay, so it can be any quote from anyone or any place or any website. So after doing that, inside this attribute you give what? You give a cite tag, a cite attribute that references where this quote was got from. Okay, so that's how you write a simple block quote. So let's go ahead and see how it looks like in our browser. So I write Ctrl-O, I'll press Ctrl and hold and then O, and then I open our file. So you can see that's how a tag appears. That's how a reference appears. It will be like a step ahead than the paragraph. Okay, so here someone or the browser can understand that you quoted this from a certain source. Okay, so that's how a quotation appears. Okay, I hope you have understood that. Okay, so HTML Q quote is a short or an abbreviation for what? For a certain, for block quote. So if it is a big text, for example, as you can see here, they're having even enters and all that, and this tag is there. So if it's a big text, what you do, you surround it with the block text. But if it is just a single statement, okay, if it's just a single statement, okay, you have to just put in a single quote. I'm going to show you how if it's a single statement. So here I see the content will be taken exactly as how you wrote it here. So if you come and refresh, you see the exact way you write it here is how it appears here. So now what if it is a block? It is just a single line quote. This is a block of quote. Okay, it's a many lines. So what if it's a single line? So if it is a single line, what you do, for example, you can write our p tag, and then you say we quoted from this one, and then what you do here, you write a q, just a simple q tag like this, q. Okay, q tag is okay. So if you're writing just a single line code, which is not a block code, you just surround it with the q tag. So by doing like that, also the browser will understand that this one is a quote, and you can see it as automatically added there the what, the quotation. Okay, so that's it. There are other quotes like abbreviation tags. Let's look at abbreviation tag. So to write an abbreviation, I'll come here after this and add there my abbreviation. So to do that, you see the abbreviation of WHO is World Health. I mean the abbreviation of WHO, and then it is the WHO was found in 1948. So here, if someone doesn't know what is meant by WHO or WHO, so you have to surround it with the what, with an abbr tag or abbreviation tag. Okay, so after doing that, surrounding it with a bbr tag or abbreviation tag, you give inside that abbr tag, you give it an attribute called title, and in that title you give a value and explain what is the abbreviation about. So if I come and refresh here, you can see this WHO has been marked with dots. So if a user moves his mouse there, he can see, can you see that, a tooltip that gives the meaning of that abbreviation. Okay, so that's how we write the abbreviation in HTML. So there is also a tag for address. In case you want to write an address, you can as well just use this tag to display the address. For example, you can see address written by this one, and then br tag, and then you surround it with a certain address, with the address tag. Okay, so by doing that one, the browser will also understand that what was written was an address, and it will be represented in that way. Can you see this is an address? So that is how we write citations in web browsing, in web development. I'll give also a link to the full detailed tags of citation in the description of this video, so you can visit that link and get a full information or full notes about the citations. Thank you for watching up this point. Let us meet in the next video where we're going to look at the HTML comments.